Hey y'all, it's Kelly Clarkson with Wayfair, where delivery and setup are as easy as a few taps on your phone. Picture this. You're relaxing in an old hammock, scrolling Wayfair's app when you spot it. A brand new patio set. Next thing you know, Wayfair delivers it right to your patio and sets it up. Oh, you need a new grill too? All right, Wayfair's got you covered. With Wayfair's room of choice delivery and fast expert setup on qualifying orders, life gets a little easier. Visit wayfair.com or the Wayfair app.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
What can you learn about improving your non-speaking skills from Toastmasters? Stay tuned to find out.
Welcome.
Okay, here's the question.
Serious?
How are we dark horses? You know, the ones everyone is betting against, the ones they don't expect to win, place, or even show on the track, and they'll even laugh on us when we talk about trying. How do we show the world our greatness and triumph?
Come on.
Well, that's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers.
Let's go.
This is The Dark Horse Entrepreneur. My name is Tracy Brinkman.
And push it up.
What is up? What is up? What the hell is up, my Dark Horse friends and family? Welcome back to your daily dose of skill growth learning. I'm your Dark Horse host, Tracy Brinkman, and you, well, that, my friend, is infinitely more important. You are a driven entrepreneur or one in the making. Either way, you're here because you're ready to start, restart, kickstart, just start leveling up with some great marketing, personal, or business tips and results in order to build that beautiful business of yours into the empire it absolutely deserves to be. That's why I'm here hitting you with another daily success episode coming to you straight from the Dark Horse HQ as we dive deep into success with some actionable advice, tips, and steps designed to help you level up your game and get your shit up to the next level, to the level you want it to be at, right? That's right. Now, before we dive into today's topic of skill growth, I want to I think you're getting the value from this podcast, right? Yeah, I feel you nodding your head. And if you are, please go on down there. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Drop us a 5-star rating. Leave us some kind words in the reviews. These subscribes, ratings, reviews to those podcast platforms out there to give us a little bit of kick in the pants up in the rankings so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. So if you're getting the value like I hope you are, then please take a moment and show the love and help us reach out. And of course, share this entrepreneurial GOLD with other entrepreneurs and business owners that you know will get value from it. Okay, so some of you may have read the title of this and said, what do you mean don't just hone your skills, improve them? Isn't honing your skills improving it? Well, yes, it is, but maybe it should be you don't just hone your skills, grow them. Unfortunately, I think that leads to the thought that that's growing a skill set. What I'm talking about here is you have a skill, right? You have a strength that something you're really good at. It's your superpower. And so many people I see go out there and try and improve and learn other skills. Meanwhile, they're thinking, yeah, my strength is already my strength. And if you remember from the episode earlier this week with Gabe Hilgetta, the drummer from I Prevail, he felt like he was a good drummer, and he went into that first audition for that first band, not I Prevail, but the previous band. And he went in there, strutted in there pretty confident. Yeah, I got this. Sat down, did his thing. And they're like, yeah, you're not quite there yet, dude. You need to hone your skills. And that's what we're talking about here. You have something you're good at, something you're passionate at, and you want to make sure you hone that skill and improve it. See, the fastest way you're going to move the needle forward is with your superpower. Now, can you move the needle forward a little bit with some of the skills that you have that are weaker in your skill set? Yeah. Sure, but you already have this, call it God-given gift, and your superpower is where the real impact is going to come in moving things forward, not from your weaknesses. Growing your weaknesses is good to keep yourself well-rounded and to be, informed of all the pieces of the business and all the pieces of your client's realm, but you need to outsource your weaknesses to someone where that is their superpower. Where, like, if you're the idea guy, you come up with the great ideas, but you suck at execution, you know that once it gets to the execution part, you're like, dude, I don't want to do this, but you have great ideas, then you need to get someone in that would either A, kick you in the pants and get you to execute because you need to do it yourself and you're still bootstrapping, or you need to partner up with someone who is amazing at execution. Execution is their superpower. Then the two of you become this yin and yang of idea creation and execution, and you get shit done, right? So outsource your weaknesses and level up your superpower. Now, when you talk about leveling up your game, right, you've got to level up your skills, all your skills. I think, what was it, last week? And you've heard, I've mentioned it in a few different episodes. Who do you have to become to reach that Vista vision? And when I talk about goal setting, I always want you to start with that end vision in mind. Always start with the end in mind, where you're sitting up there on that Vista and you're looking down over your life. I don't want to repeat the whole thing. Please go back and listen to the goal setting 101 episodes or the Vista vision episodes previous to this one. But the question you have to ask yourself, once you have that vision of the end, this is my utopia. Who do you have to become to reach that Vista vision, right? The person you have to become is not the person you are right now. Otherwise, you'd have achieved it already. And then you have to start working backwards, and you have to build your goals of skill improvement into your goal plan. So as you look at that Vista vision, you see yourself as this great orator or this amazing idea creation person. You come up with the great ideas, you hand them off to your team, ka-chicka, they turn them into reality, bing, bang, boom, sell them to the public, and everything's going along swimmingly. So you need to build into your goals the improvement of your skills. And if we talk about the skill of speaking for a moment, there's so many aspects when it comes to speaking. And I've always been comfortable speaking in front of an audience, in front of a crowd, or in front of a few people. And it really didn't matter if they were high power people or my peers or people that, that were otherwise. I was always comfortable getting in front of them and, saying my mind, making them laugh. Probably came from the fact that, my dad was in the service and we moved every couple of years. So I developed, a sense of humor and the ability to engage people, to make friends. It was just almost became a need to do that, a requirement to do that. But when I got into Toastmasters, I learned that there's so many facets to speaking. Obviously, if you want to be a good speaker, you need to be a good listener. And if you need to be a good speaker, you need to pay attention to your words. And it's not always just about speaking, actually uttering the words. And if I use some of the roles that they have in a Toastmasters meeting, and if anyone's ever been or never been to a Toastmasters meeting, it's a pretty cool little meeting. You should go check one out, especially if you have any interest in growing your speaking skills. Very supportive environment. It's all about helping each other. But the overall basis of the meeting was someone will get up, they'll be the Toastmaster of the day, and they'll run the entire meeting, and they'll be calling up the individual people that run different sections in the meeting. And the sections there'll be a table topic section, there'll be a prepared speech section, then there'll be an evaluation section. And throughout this meeting, so the Toastmaster gets up and maybe he has a theme for the day and he gives a couple of minutes introduction of the theme and shares some information, and then calls up the first speaker, or calls up the table topic speaker. Now the table topic speaker is all about helping all of us that are in the meeting develop our impromptu speaking skills. And Table Topics helps you do that because it's unprepared. The Table Topic speaker has prepared some questions and calls people at random from the audience that aren't already on the agenda doing prepared speeches to come up and answer a question. Like, if you were given $1 million, what would you do with it first? And then you have, 60 to 90 seconds to give your response and then sit down and shut up. right? So this is really great to help you prepare for those impromptu moments. Maybe you step on the elevator and you see, the CEO of your organization, or you see your perfect prospect there in the elevator with you. Now you're ready to pivot and speak to them impromptu. This is an amazing skill. And then after that, then the Toastmaster will call up the individual prepared speeches, and these are obviously just like they are mentioned. They're different speeches throughout the assignments of the Toastmasters curriculum, and the folks will get up there and give their speech. And each speaker is assigned an evaluator. And after the prepared speeches, well, then the evaluator is called up. And then the evaluator will, first off, call up the individual evaluator, or the general evaluator will be called up. But then the individual evaluators will be called up to give an evaluation of the prepared speech, right? So now you as a speaker get the experience of giving your speech on whatever focus the speech should be on. Sometimes it's a dramatic speech, sometimes it's a funny speech, sometimes it's a speech about selling, a speech about, driving home a point. Whatever the goal of the speech is, the evaluator zeroes in on that goal. How did you do against that goal? And then, kind of an overall, evaluation of the speech. And they're very focused on giving you constructive criticism, pointing out all the areas you did well, and give you a couple of points where that you can grow so that you can continue to grow. So each one of those evaluators will get up and do their thing. And then the general evaluator will call up what I used to call the Wizard of Oz. There's a person that's assigned to be the and ah counter, those filler words that we tend to put into our oration. I almost did it right then. And they kind of tell you, hey, Tracy, you had 87 ahs. John, you had 5. Jane, you had 3, blah, 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 and so forth and so on. And then they'll also call up the person that was doing the word of the day, which is usually the grammarian, if I remember correctly, right? And the grammarian also, is paying attention throughout the entire agenda and all the presentations, and kind of mentioning some great uses of language, and then some opportunities to improve vocabulary and grammar usage, right? This was the one I hated the most because I was always blowing it using colloquialisms and urban speak and what have you. And then someone's assigned as the timer. Hey, you did well. You met the time of the speech, and then the general evaluator will then go over and give an overall evaluation of everything that went on, including the Toastmaster and how they ran the meeting. So as you can see, each one of these skills inside the club that's geared to help you improve your speaking, help you hone speaking beyond just the standing up in front of an audience and giving a speech. So that's probably one of the greatest examples I could give for don't just hone your skills, improve them. So you've taken that speaking skill and you've turned it into being able to coordinate a meeting great, being able to get up impromptu and speak, being able to listen to other people as they're giving their speech and prepare an evaluation, be able to listen and give grammatical examples of good stuff and bad and not so good stuff, pay attention to ahs, all these different things, which is both using your speech, your speaking abilities, as well as your listening abilities. So you're honing and improving your skills, that skill at the same time. I would urge you to really take this same premise and maybe you have a great skill at art, right? Whatever that style of art is. Maybe it's oil painting, maybe it's pencil sketching, and really think about, wow, how can I really improve my superpower, right? Not just hone it, right? Don't just hone, hey, I'm already awesome at this. How can I take what I already do well and grow it at its core and really strengthen it and make that superpower shine even better? And then I think the last piece I want to leave you with is what things outside your superpower should you not be doing, and where can you outsource those to? And that's a part of your Who On To crew. And then, so we're going to jump into tomorrow in the live episode where we're going to talk about who are your co-pilots. Are they your Who On To crew, or are they your Can't Do crew? All right. I know you want to keep getting all these daily success tips, so please, again, be sure you go on down there, smash that subscribe button, drop that 5-star rating, drop those kind words in the reviews so those podcast platforms know the value you're getting out of this podcast. Kick us up in the rankings a little bit so that we can reach more driven entrepreneurs just like yourself. And if you want to be a part of these live editions of the podcast when they're sent out live, come on over and join us in the Facebook group. You can go to that search bar there in Facebook and type Dark Horse Tribe. We should be right there in the top. There will be a link down here in the show notes. If none of those seem to work for you for some reason, go to your favorite web browser, type in darkhorseschooling.com/Dark Horse Tribe, all one word. That should take you right there. I look forward to meeting you in the group and engaging with you and all the other driven entrepreneurs we have in there. All right. You get out there. You run your race. You get your results. Come on into the group and let me hear about them. Until tomorrow, think successfully and take action. Thank you for listening to the Dark Horse Entrepreneur Podcast.
And you know this!
Thanks for tuning in.
Check us out at www.darkhorseschooling.com.
All right.
My name is Tracy Brinkman.